the more in the occult I got, the more I just started to hear even voices saying, just go ahead and end it all. And I just said, look, in my mind, God, Buddha, I don't know who you are. I just want to know the truth. Everybody can't be right, but I just want to know the truth. But I'll give you my life. I will give you my life. But I think if you're God, you ought to be able to answer me right now. And as I was saying that in my head, I remember I had a broom in my hand. The door to the store was just a few feet away. I'd closed my eyes and heard the little bell ding when of the door opens, but when I opened my eyes, I noticed there was a track on the floor. We call them a gospel track, and this is the track. Actually, this is the original track, and it says. Occult oppression and bondage, how to be set free. God even tailor makes your tracks for you. That was exactly what I was needing. I was calling out. I asked God, whoever you are, I just want to know the truth. And immediately somebody threw in this little track, and I read it, and it said that all of these things I was into was against God, but Jesus was the truth. Jesus was the way. Jesus is the answer. I gave him my life, and I just remember how incredible it was that burden of depression that was on me is like a cloak of depression that was just strangling me. It lifted. Not only lifted, but it just went away. I felt joy and peace really just flood my heart, and I said, this is real. This is so incredibly real. This is the truth that I've been looking for. I went to this meeting that this fellow invited me to. It was being held at the Shraft Hotel, a little room, probably 70 people there. I noticed when I came in, I was the only weird guy there. And I just wanted to tell, my story, because I didn't know what testifying was. I didn't know any of that. I just said, look, I got to say something. I said, Wednesday, this was Friday, Wednesday, I was in this little shop down the road here, and I was calling out to Buddha or God or whoever. And I just asked him to show me the truth and to give me something to let me know who the truth is. And I said, God, if you're real, you ought to be able to answer me right now. And the door opened and somebody threw in, and I showed him the track that I had found. A little lady, gray-haired, probably my age now. She kind of hooped and hollered at the back of the room and said, that was me, that was me. And her story was that she was very, very shy, didn't like to hand tracts to people, personally, but there was an occult bookstore that was right next to our store, and she thought that it was another entrance to that occult bookstore, and it sold drug paraphernalia and everything else there, and she just thought it was another entrance and threw it in there. It was the right door. Thank you, Jesus. It was the right door for me.